Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing a kind of an unboxing video of some of the Nendoroid figures that I've got here. As you can see, the first one that I've got here is quite old. You can see by the color of the box as well as the number of the Nendoroid that we've got here, which is the 400 Nendoroid by Good Smile Company, which is Kinomoto Sakura in her original, I guess, costume. And from the box you can see that I've had it for a very long time. It's been, many years. I believe I had it for at least a good 5 years. I don't remember. I'll definitely pop in the date of its release, but I believe this was also a present from my cousin Ray. And you can see I've actually just put the box on display like that and never actually opened it, just because again I didn't have the shelves to display them in. And as you can see, the sun has done its horrible job and discolored half of the box, as you can see. Like for here, for example, you can see it's all discolored and you can't even see the proper color. At least that's kind of the original color that the box was in, and then as well as this side as well. So yeah, a bit of a shame, but yeah, I was a bit skeptic at first. I was very worried about the figure. So what I'm trying to do here is I've actually kind of opened the whole thing and assembled it already in advance in a certain way, so then you wouldn't guys see me struggle to do this by myself for half an hour on a very boring video. So yeah, I thought I'd just do it myself, and it'll make it much easier for everyone's eyes and ears and sound. So yeah, that's the pose I went for, which is the main pose you can see on the box here. And as you can see, Kero-chan has its separate stand, which you can also put on, like unscrew here and put on the stand here as well, but I guess you wouldn't really see him because he would be at the back rather than at the front. So yeah, that's what I thought I'd do basically. Struggled overall for this figure was probably, I think, trying to find the right arm to put everything in. And I think it's due not to the fact that it was hard to pop it in, but rather that this is such an old figure. The instructions were not as clear, and yeah, so I'll show you basically the box. As you can see, very discolored box. Might just pull it up a bit so you guys can see a bit. So, and you will see from inside the box as well, it has been discolored as well, as you can see. A lot of yellow here. And so at first I was very, very worried that the actual figure in it would also be yellow, but I was lucky enough that it wasn't. So as you can see, there are different facial expressions. There is one version of the Nendoroid where she flies on the wand, which is this bigger wand there, and I believe there's a card here where she can basically connect to the wand to make it look like she's sealing the card basically. I'll also show you the what do you call it, the instruction sheets that I've got. Where did I put that? Oh, here. So yeah, because it was probably the first 400 Nendoroids that came out, and it wasn't still very popular internationally, or Good Smile didn't have an international company back then. I'm not sure what happened, but basically first of all, the instructions were only in Japanese, which is fine. You don't really have to read anything very precisely. I mean, not that having the English version helped a bit more. But as you can see, there's not a lot of details in the instruction sheet. It just shows you the pose, and then, for example, it's only 2 poses out of so many on the Nendoroid. I guess it's up to my imagination, I guess, to assemble it. But I find that I'm not a very creative person, so that does not help. So yeah, basically, that was one of the issues that I found. So yeah, obviously I wasn't going for that pose, and I wasn't going for that pose either. So gave me no choice, but I have to kind of have a look at the picture itself on the website and kind of assemble it as I go through it. Again, it doesn't show you, you know, which hands for where, and yeah, it was leading to a bit of confusion there. Another thing also just to notice is that the wand is detachable, so that's how you can make it through the whole of the hand. So yeah, one of the things I guess to remember here is that. And then another tricky bit is this bit. So there is a version, like I said, where she seals the card like that, and you've got the, I'm not sure how do you call these things appear when she seals the cards. And initially, when I took the whole box out, as you can see, there is no space. This was not stuck on here, and it wasn't part of the plastic bit that usually comes up with everything that you need. So I was like, where the hell did this go? Did I drop it? Did I lose it? Where the hell is this? And obviously I didn't read this properly. As you can see here, it mentions about the U letter, and here in small letters it basically says that it's in the back of the box, which is not very clear again, because as you can see, this is the box. I was like looking in it, and I was like, there's no way I can see anything inside. There's nothing there. Where do you want me to find this in? And then basically that's the trick. Basically, when there is another bit that you can pull out from the box, which is basically the background bit, and that's actually where this was stuck. And so I ended up finding it miraculously. And yeah, so basically there's a bit here, I believe, at the top or at the side. There's a hole there that you can plug onto the base. At the back here, and then put it on the base, so then it makes it feel like she's standing on it. So yeah, that was one of I think the hardest mysteries that I've solved. And yeah, again, like I said, trying to find the right arm for her was also harder than I thought. Otherwise, she's cute. As you can see, she hasn't lost too much color on her face. I don't know if I can zoom in on her. She hasn't lost color at all, which I'm happy about. I was very worried that her face would be half yellow, and because right where the main figurine was right where the box was yellow. So I was like, oh well, I can always change to those faces at the bottom which were not yellowed, thinking, no, if they were yellow, at least I can change that. But she wasn't, which I'm glad about. Again, love the uniform, love the small details. Like, as you can see, the card has so much details to it, even though it's so tiny. But yeah, much easier kind of stand or pose than the previous Nendoroid of Sakura that you've seen, which was the most recent one. So yeah, I think this was definitely easier in terms of assembling it, but in terms of, you know, figuring out which arm, because this was all separate ones that I had to take out to assemble, the whole arm for the card as well as the whole arm for the arm with the wand. It seemed a bit harder without any more instructions. So yeah, that's her. Also, I think another bit that was also hard was making Kero-chan stand. First of all, he looks a bit weird because he's kind of flying, so his back is kind of bent one way while the head's kind of straight. So it does look a bit weird at the front like that. But also, it was actually quite hard to fix him up to the stand at the bottom in there, trying to fit this little small body and this small little ball in his body. So yeah, but once you've got it, it looks nice. You can see it looks like he's flying and floating, which we like. So yeah, I think these were the two things that I thought were interesting about this figure. So yeah, I hope you like this new way of unboxing the video. Obviously, it's more of a review or my thoughts of it rather than an actual assembling and unboxing, because I've kind of unboxed it and spent a good few hours trying to assemble it by myself. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. Let me know in the comments below if this is a better format than the previous one. And yeah, we'll see you next time for another video. Bye guys.